Hello people, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How are you doing today? I wish you good weekend and may the good Lord be with you and bless you in the name of Jesus Christ. This video is a kind of looking, to oneself is probably one of the best videos you may have watched. This has nothing to do with maybe the kind of videos that some of us would prefer to watch and maybe watch to the end. I know that some of you, once you watch like the first 1 minute and it's not talking about gossips, you will just leave it and dish it and drop it. But unknown to you that in the inside of the video is a whole package, a total package that can change not just your life, but the life of your entire family. The life of that young man who has made some choices in life that is detrimental, and the life of that young woman that is living a kind of life now that you don't like and you don't know how to change. This video is capable of working through that person's life. Now this video is capable of giving somebody who has lost hope or who is even angry against God the right kind of understanding, to understand the right perspective in life and to take good steps. Now there are two videos. One, comes with a perfect scenario. It creates and paints a perfect scenario of some of us, our everyday life and the things that have been encapsulated in our life from the beginning, and if not corrected, we might end up heading down the valley of destruction. And sometimes people have had distress, depression because of certain conditionalities that they found themselves in life, and not knowing that to some it is bound to be, but there is a way to come out of it. Now unfortunately, we have had preachers who have made people believe in a different kind of possibilities in life, and so when those possibilities are not becoming real in people's lives, in their lives, they want to look at themselves again and will be like, why is everything like this with me and for me? Now let me not say so much. I want you to listen to this video. Now the second video, before I leave you, now we'll show you now a very perfect example of what the first video is talking about. Now practically you would see two persons who started out at the same level now, but the two of them made different choices in life, their pathways to their destiny. Two of them made different kinds of decisions. They took decisions that affected their lives. Now, but the good thing is that their meeting again made their path come together again, and there is a form of fulfillment. Two classmates, former classmates, one grew up to become a judge that would sit in the courtroom to adjudicate the matter of her former classmate who happened to have ventured into crime. Now what would happen, or what happened at the end of their meeting, would make you almost want to cry. I'll leave you like this and I want you to watch the videos. Happy viewing. God bless you.
You are welcome to the End Time Truth Television, the channel for the lovers of truth, for the truth of the end time. So if you are a lover of truth, give us a subscription and God bless you. Shalom.
As he came in, he said, "You people look so comfortable, calm, relaxed. It seems nobody has a problem." And then he asked, "Does anybody have a problem?" So everybody raised their hand. Of course, everybody has a problem. Then he said, "How many people would like to get rid of their problems?" Again, everybody raised their hand. Then he said, "On my way here to this congregation, I came across a place and I saw there were some people lying there, relaxed, totally stretched out. They had no problem. How many people would like to know where that place is?" Then he said, 2 blocks away from here, there is a cemetery. I saw there were some people lying there, relaxed, all stretched out. They had no problem. How many people would like to get rid of their problem? Nobody raised their hand. Everybody put their hand in their pocket. Then Dr. Peel said, "Problem is a sign of life. And so long as we are alive, we shall have problems. The day we don't have problems, we'd be dead." Then he said, "We cannot solve all our problems, but we can handle them." And then he gave the serenity prayer, which I've been practicing for the last 45 years, and I have not left my home without the prayer. And here it is. It says, "God grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, and courage to change the things that I can, and wisdom to know the difference, what I can and what I cannot." Now folks, if you analyze and dissect this little prayer, God grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change. Now there are some things beyond. Everything is not in our control in life. I didn't choose my parents, neither did you. I didn't decide where I was going to be born, neither did you. If this is my height and this is the color of my skin, there's nothing I can do. And granted, sometimes people are born deformed. What wrong did they do? And sometimes good bad things happen to good people for no fault of their own. What wrong did they do? Who knows? Now, many times in life, we keep fighting the things we just cannot change, and we bring stress into our lives and we become unproductive. And then he said, if I can change, then give me the courage to do it and wisdom to know what I can and what I cannot. See, folks, when I wrote my book, You Can Win and You Can Achieve More, I took this thought one step further and I wrote in that life is full of choices and life is full of compromises. Seems like a contradiction, but not really. See, how is life full of choices? If I ill-treat you, I've chosen to be ill-treated, haven't I? If I treat you with discourtesy, I've chosen to be treated with discourtesy, haven't I? If I light up a cigarette, I've chosen to invite cancer, haven't I? If I drink and drive, I've chosen to invite an accident, haven't I? If I live in unhygienic conditions and I practice unhygienic practices and I go into unsanitary conditions, I've chosen to invite the virus, haven't I? Now, folks, keep in mind, we are all free to the point of choice. But after we make our choices, choice controls the chooser. We have no more choice. Now, how is life full of compromises? As somebody said, well, in life we cannot choose the cards that are dealt to us. What we can choose is how we play the game. And sometimes nature gives us a lemon. The choice is ours. Do we cry or do we make lemonade? Now, what is success? Series of positive choices in life is called success. And series of negative choices in life is called failure. That's about it. It's that simple. Now, sometimes people ask me, people who are successful, don't they make mistakes in life? And people who are failures, don't they do something positive in life? And my answer is, look, people who are successful, they do make mistakes. But making a mistake once in a while does not make a person a failure. Repeating the same mistake again and again is what makes a person a failure. And doing something positive once in a while does not bring success. It is repeating the same positive behavior again and again is what brings success. Folks, the only thing I can make is, at this time of crisis, we have to make some choices. How do we utilize this downtime? This is downtime. If during this downtime period, if we do not come out upskilled, or if we do not come out more knowledgeable, and if we do not come out healthier and fitter, then it is not because we lack time, but we lack self-discipline and we lack commitment. This is time to use this time productive, for you can get a head start. The moment the crisis is over, you'll get a jump start in life. God bless you. Thank you.
Now, without saying so much, I want you to watch the second video, but there are so many points that the man pointed out, and one you must not forget is that life, has twists on itself. You may wake up in the morning and it was so good, it was so sweet, and you were not expecting anything, anything, but eventually life may drop at your doorstep, what you never expect. But at that moment in time, it's not the moment to despair. It's not the moment to give up on God. It's not the moment to give up in life. Now, it is a moment to hold on to God, and at that moment, acknowledge the faithfulness of God. Now, sometimes when we don't have, a better definition of life, we think that we are the worst off. But if you look around, you would see that there are so many people that you are better off. I watched, a demonstration of a couple who were in their car and they were complaining. This car is giving me trouble. I'm tired of this car. The woman said first, and the man was like, even me too. I'm even tired of this car. I wish that God would give me a better car. And from that place, to about April, they saw a man that was trekking. He has gone to work and he was trekking and he was like complaining, I'm trekking too much. I'm so tired because of trekking. How I wish I have a car. Then he himself moved forward and he was going home. Now he moved forward and saw a man that was a homeless man that was going to spend the night outside, in the cold, and was sitting and was like, my mates have, homes where they sleep. I don't even have a place where I will sleep. I'm going to sleep under this cold tonight. And before that, after that came a woman in a wheelchair, and she was like, I wish I can stand up and walk again, even if I don't have a roof over my head. And before she could speak so long, now a blind man came and was like, oh God, I wish I can see, even if I can't use my legs. I wish I can see the beauty of this life again. And then the doctor, this person was in the hospital, and the doctor was like, calm down, be grateful to God. The patient beside you, the next bed, in the next bed, just passed out and he has been taken away. He has just died. And it was like, oh, thank God I am alive. Even though I don't have my sight, but I'm alive. The other person who was complaining of sitting on a wheelchair was like, God, thank you that even though I can't walk yet, I can see the environment around me. And the one that was complaining that he was homeless was like, oh God, thank you. Even though that I'm hopeless, but I can walk, I can go to wherever I want to. The one who was complaining that he was, trekking too much. He needed a car. I was like, God, thank you that even though I don't have a car, yet I have a roof over my head. And the ones in the car were like, God, I'm sorry. Even though we're complaining that this car is old, yet we have this car, others are trekking, and we have a roof over our head. We are healthy. And so now life presents itself differently to different people. Now that you have come in contact, or that you have experienced a certain thing in life, does not mean that you are the worst or that you are the best person. It's when good things are happening to you, it doesn't make you the best. It doesn't make you the most righteous. The Bible call it time and chance happeneth to them all. Now God created us all, and events happens to us, not because we desire them. If you ask me, if God ever gave me a chance to make a choice and had shown me the futures of the countries around and Nigeria, you think I would choose to be a Nigerian? Now I would have made a choice that the parents that gave birth to me would still be my parents, and I would have preferred not to have been born in the place where I was born. All right. Now, but then somehow you may have been given birth to by a poor parents, or poor parents. You didn't choose them. Now life chose them for you, and I would say God chose them for you. And sometimes too, we face certain things we face because we have not maximized the grace of God and the innate ability that God has deposited in us. Now because of certain things, we come short of the perfect glory that God has set in motion for us. Let me not speak too much. Now, the decision we make in life also matters a lot. The steps we take. Now, when you are under pressure, you are pressured over certain things. Now, your step matters. What you do at that moment in time. The wife of Job came under the pressure of not living the good life that she was used to. And she suggested to Job, are you still retaining your integrity? Why don't you curse God and die? Now, that is what, most people would do. Many people even do to God, at their own time of troubles and trials. Now, this two persons you're about to watch now is a perfect example of how not to take a step and what step to take. Now, this video can be good for your young son and your teenage daughter and the friends around you. Please watch this next video.
The most touching scene in the world. The one on the left is a female judge. Over the next few hours, she will meet with dozens of defendants. The criminal's name was Arthur Booth. He was charged with larceny, fleeing, and resisting arrest. After a series of inquiries, the female judge explained the terms of his bail. Bail on one of the charges is $7,500. But then the judge noticed something familiar about the defendant, so she asked him if he studied at Nautilus Middle School.
Yes, ma'am. Did you go to Nautilus for middle school?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry to see you there. I always wondered what happened to you, sir.
Oh my goodness.
This is the nicest kid in middle school.
Oh my goodness.
He was the best kid in middle school. I used to play football with him and all the kids, and look what happened. So sorry.
Oh my goodness.
Later, female Judge Glazer told everyone in the court, Booth was one of the best students in our middle school. His math is the best in school, not just middle school. He also entered the best high school in Miami with excellent results. I used to play football with him usually. 2 middle school classmates met in court. One is a judge, one is a criminal. The whole process was unbearable for Booth. He was a very promising student, but later he became addicted to gambling. This resulted in him being imprisoned multiple times.
Oh my goodness.
Good luck to you, sir. I hope you're able to come out of this okay and just lead a lawful life.
Ultimately, Booth's bail was set at $43,000, but he simply couldn't afford it. The judge's words touched Booth for more than 10 months. He was later released on good behavior in prison.
Oh my goodness.
On the day he was released from prison, this pair of old classmates met again. His family came to greet him, along with the judge. Booth hugged his family first, then gave Glazer a big hug. He promised her he would never go to jail again. Now he is a manager of a pharmaceutical company. He still keeps in touch with his former classmates. Perhaps it was fate that made them meet in court. As he said, her words changed his lifetime.
So in a nutshell, that was the video there. I leave you to make your choice, make your decisions. If you would share this video, it will be good. It may be one of the best things you have ever done for any person at all that you know. Share the video, please like it, and don't forget that no matter how bad you have been or how badly you have lived before this time, there is always a future for a sinner, and don't forget that every saint has a past. Now I want you to understand that it doesn't matter what you may have done, God doesn't write anybody off. Now God is still willing and waiting for you. As long as there is willingness for you to make amends, there is a willingness for you to take a positive step and come out from your shell and move closer to God, God is very much ready to accept you, to rewrite your story, and to take you to your defined position in life. Everybody has got their destiny and what God has created for them. Now, listen, it doesn't matter what you think is a handicap. Pastor Nick was born without limbs, no hands, no legs, but today he's married, he's a father, and he is, much more popular than some presidents of certain countries in the world. Now, that is a perfect example that even though we may be faced with some kind of, issues, and we're handicapped in certain areas. Now, if we trust God enough, God will bring out the best, his best, not our best, his best in us. I leave you in peace, and I wish you a happy weekend. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Let's know what you think about the video in the comment section. I'll be seeing you in the next video. Till then, I want to ask you, please share and give us your subscription if you have not done so. And if you don't mind, you can join the membership of this channel and support us in whichever way you can. You want to support us. Thank you so much, and stay blessed. From me to you, Shalom.